What's going on, y'all? Figured an update was due on my situation, and I think some of you know that I've had to park my van. I'm driving for an owner now. He's a guy that was one of my dispatchers when I was driving my van, and we clicked together. He's a good guy. Trust him, and he wanted me aboard, so I'm driving one of his. It's nothing new, nothing fancy. It's a 2006 Dodge ProMaster. It's diesel, the 2.5 liter, I think, 5-cylinder turbo. I gotta say, I love that motor. His whole fleet is all 2006s with this motor, and I see why. This motor is badass. Just going up some hills, coming down here to Utah. Some of the hills are as steep, if not steeper, than going up the Grapevine in California. And I mean, this thing, I get stuck behind a vehicle, get a chance to go around them. I drop down to like 30, 40 miles an hour, go around them. I never have to pop it down in the passing gear. It just jumps right back up, and within a couple minutes, you're back up to 70, 80 miles an hour. It is a really great motor. I really like it. This is not the one I'm going to be with permanently. This is a little shorty. It's not as tall. It's taller than my van, so I can stand up, and I'm still kind of crunched over. But there's another one that is having a new rear end put in it that I should be picking up as soon as I get back over to his area, and then that one I'll be able to personalize a little bit, without modifying the vehicle, but making it my own, making it comfortable for me. I'm looking forward to that. Now the cool thing is I'd already been talking it over with him and my wife before my van took a shit about going on with him, for the main reason that I was seeing, I mean, you guys saw my oh woe is me videos, I guess. It's not really what they're meant to be, but I failed as a company owner. I did not run that company. As an owner operator, you got to run it like a small business, and I didn't do that. As much retail management I have in all around management in several different fields, I don't know why I stepped into this like this. I don't know where the hell my head was besides up my own ass. But if I got paid $1,000, I took it like I was getting paid $1,000 and just put that aside and yeehaw, let's go hit the bar tonight. And it's not the way it works. Got to consider, probably about 20% fuel. You got to set up a maintenance fund, and God, I mean, I've only been driving that van maybe 7 months, 8 months since April. Put 80,000 miles on it, 83,000 miles on it in that amount of time. And I had to, besides your every other week to every third week oil change, full synthetic, Walmart, $45 I think. $1,000 for a new fuel pump. What was it? $600, $700 for new tires. And now the transmission, and that's going to be an easy $2,000 unless we find a used one. But I don't have that kind of money. As a matter of fact, I put me and my wife in such a bad situation that I'm just finally now able to pay rent this month. And thankfully, I've rented from this guy for nearly 10 years. This is really the first time I've ever been late on rent. So he knows, this isn't something I do all the time. He knows I'm good for it, and I just kept in contact with him and kept telling him and offered to pay late fees and all this. Never heard a word from him. So either way, that I finally got that scheduled. Still behind on just about everything else. Cable's been shut off. I mean, I'm I ran it into the dirt, and I regret it. I'm learning from it, and hence the learning is why I came over to work with him. As this way I can learn from him how to run a business. In this situation, when we get a run, it's a 60-40 split. He pays all vehicle expenses, all fuel, insurance, maintenance, everything out of his 60%. When I get my 40%, that is my pay. That does not go into the truck or into the business any way other than paying bills, So I'm going to look at the business as though that 60% I'm not getting is running the business. And I'm going to do this for probably a good year, maybe more. If it works out, great. He's got a lot of good plans that I like. Maybe I'll stick with it for even longer. I dig it. I've only done one run. Of course, I'm stuck here in Salt Lake City, which sucks, but it was cool because I got here and realized that Megan, a very dear friend of me and my wife's, matter of fact, if it wasn't for Megan, I would have never met my wife, was playing a gig here. She's in band here in Salt Lake City. Her husband, Fuchs, Todd Fuchs, is a big DJ here. I guess the big FM rock station or whatever. He's the main morning show DJ guy. And they're just awesome people. And realized she had a gig going last night, so I had to go surprise her. So she was up on stage, and I just kind of snuck down to where she was playing, and she realized I was down there. That was really neat. So I got to spend a couple minutes with her. Being on the budget end of things where I am now, I stayed for one set, had me a couple drinks, and tried that bacon wrapped garlic olives. Did a review on that. Kind of a short, cheap little review because I purposely did it there with Megan playing in the background, and it was fun. It was a good time. I got to see her and hang out. Didn't spend much for money. She bought us a shot of whiskey. That was cool. I haven't done shots with her in a long time. And Ubered, of course. I don't drive across a parking lot if I've been drinking. So that was fun. That's kind of the status as is right now. I'm waiting on a run. Just kind of kicking it. I'm on a upper level parking deck here. Just checking it out. Just watching things go by. So that's where I'm at, folks. Hope all is good with you. And y'all have a good one. All right? See ya.